Google makes Home Assistant wake the big hungry part of your Android phone to hear two words. Now the EU says, stop it. It's like leaving a truck running all day. It may need to carry only one spoon. This could turn many Android phones into better Home Assistant voice satellites. Quick thing before we start this video, I made a free Android wakeword PDF. Grab it below at automatelyke.pro Android WW. Home Assistant wake words already work on Android. This is not a dream or a future demo. Since Home Assistant 2026.3, the Android app can listen for a local wake word. You can lock the phone, say "Hey Nabu" and open Assist without touching the screen. The wake word is checked on the phone. Your audio is not sent to Home Assistant until the phone hears the wake word. After that, the rest depends on your Assist pipeline. Your speech can stay local or a cloud service may process it. That part is good, but there are three catches. It can use a lot more battery than Hey Google. The green microphone dot can stay on, and you must make Home Assistant your default phone assistant. So you cannot keep Gemini as the default at the same time. The new order goes straight at all three problems, but please do not run to your phone looking for an update tonight. The first big deadline is in 2027. The 2 Assistant trick comes later. Here is the feature Home Assistant added in March 2026. It is still marked experimental. It uses a small local model called Micro Wakeword. The model listens for Hey Nabu, Hey Jarvis, or Hey Mycroft. The model is fine. Android only lets it run in the wrong place. Many phones have a tiny low-power chip. It is called a DSP. Think of it as a small ear. It can listen all day without waking the big brain. The DSP checks for a sound that may be the wake word. If then wakes the main processor, the big processor does the stronger check. That saves power because the big processor can sleep most of the time. Google uses this for low power path for Hey Google. Phone makers can use it too. Home Assistant could not. So Home Assistant had to keep the normal CPU awake and listen in its own app. The Open Home Foundation checked battery use with wakeword listening on. Its reading jumped from roughly 1% to roughly 50% in that example. That is their example, not a promise for every phone. Your phone may be better or worse, but the point is simple. The difference can be big. This is why the Home Assistant docs tell you to turn wakeword listening off when you do not need it. There is also a privacy difference. Google's first listening step can run in a locked little room. That room has no network door. It cannot send your audio anywhere before it finds a possible wake word. The Home Assistant workaround is still local, but the app needs full microphone access to do the job, and that is why Android shows the green microphone dot. Home Assistant uses the CPU because Android does not offer it the better path today. Then the European Commission stepped in. On July 2026, it adopted a binding decision under the Digital Markets Act. Google must open 11 kinds of Android access that help AI assistants. Some sensitive ones can still have safety checks and entry rules. Wake words are one of them. Google cannot keep the low-power Android path for Gemini. Other assistants need the same path. The new access must be free for developers. It must work in real life, and it must be as good as Google's own path for setup, speed, and battery use. This does not make Home Assistant Cloud or every other service free. Google must let another assistant store its sound model. The low-power chip must be able to do the first check when the phone has one. A second check can confirm it. Then Android opens the right app and keeps listening for your command. Google does not have to hand over its own Hey Google model. Another assistant brings its own wake word model. Google also have to give developers proper documents and test tools. That matters. A secret button is not very useful if nobody knows how to press it. One line in the order matters a lot. Google cannot say you only get this if you are the default assistant. That could remove the current choice between Home Assistant and Gemini. And yes, more than one wakeword service must be able to run at the same time. That applies when the phone can handle it. So, one day the same phone could hear Hey Google for Gemini and Hey Nabu for Home Assistant. But the date matters. Most of the new access must arrive with Android 18, no later than August 1st, 2027. Two wakewords running at once can wait for Android 19, no later than August 1st, 2028. These are Google's deadlines, not Home Assistant release dates. Home Assistant still had to build and ship support, so this is real. It is binding. It is also not arriving next Tuesday. Quick pause. I made a free Android wakeword PDF with the full setup and a battery-saving home-only trick. Open your browser and type automatelight.pro Android www. Type your first name and email in the form, then check your inbox for my confirmation mail and click the confirm link. That tells me you're a real human, not some AI robot. After you confirm, I will send the PDF to your inbox. You also get my free newsletter with news, updates and exclusive offers. It is free and you can unsubscribe at any time with one click. You can use the wakeword today with a few limits. You need the Home Assistant Companion app version 2026.2.3 or newer. You also need a working assist pipeline. First, set Home Assistant as the default digital assistant on the phone. Then open the Home Assistant app, go to Settings, open Companion app, then open Assist for Android. Turn on wakeword detection, pick Hey Nabu, Hey Jarvis or Hey Mycroft, lock the phone and test it. Remember, this is experimental. If the battery drop is too much, do not leave it on all day. Home Assistant can send a command to turn on Android wakeword listening on or off. You can make a small automation that turns it on when your phone joins your home Wi-Fi, then turn it off when you leave. That gives you hands-free assist at home. The phone does not need to listen all day at work, or in the car, or in the supermarket while you argue with a bag of potatoes. Battery life should improve first. The Open Home Foundation says phone with the needed low power chip could use it once support arrives. The order names Android 18 as the main release. Some parts may also arrive through Android or Google system updates. For an older phone, it may not have the chip. It could keep using today's CPU method. So, no, this order does not grow a new chip inside the old phone in your drawer. I checked. The EU is powerful, but it is not a wizard. The next change is choice. Today, Home Assistant needs to be the default assistant for this wakeword setup. In the future, that lock should go away. Home Assistant should not need the default role. For Hey Nabu plus Hey Google, listening is the 2028 part. Privacy may get better too. The Open Home Foundation hopes the early check can run in an isolated part of the phone. In that design, it has no network access. The app gets no raw audio until the wakeword is confirmed. That is stronger than saying please trust this app with an open microphone all day. The order also goes beyond wakewords. It also covers screen context, the microphone and the camera. It covers some app actions, system controls, on-device AI models and fair background work too. Another assistant may be able to see and do more of the useful things Gemini can do now. For Home Assistant, the Open Home Foundation talks about a few ideas. A phone may hear a smoke alarm or broken glass. That sound could start an automation. Assist may also change phone settings like Do Not Disturb or Bluetooth. Those are just ideas. They are not promised Home Assistant features. Google must build the access first. Then Home Assistant must choose what is useful, write the code, test it, and make it safe. There is one fair worry here. Google says these are powerful permissions. It says opening them can create safety and privacy risks. That part is true. A microphone, camera, screen, and system controls are not toy permissions. But the order still allows clear consent, privacy light, access controls, and safety checks. Google cannot call this access safe only when Google uses it. There is one more limit. The order does not cover every Android phone. It focuses on Google certified phones with Google Play. The feature must be there. The phone must still get the needed updates. This is also an EU order. Google may use one design in more places, but the public papers I checked do not promise the same launch in every country. The Open Home Foundation says these home assistant ideas are not in its roadmap yet. If you want me to test this when Android 18 arrives, subscribe, otherwise I may forget.